Ahmed bin Fahad. He lives in the UAE, United Arab Emirates. Huge Nintendo collector. And so I guess Guinness came out to him and looked at his collection of Nintendo games and items, over 8,000 pieces. And it's valued at 1.5 million dirhams, which is over $400,000. So I remember seeing this individual before. Apparently, he's a policeman. I guess policemen get paid a lot in the UAE to afford a huge video game collection.
Apparently.
The picture here, I remember him for another article because he has a really fucking cool Triforce.
Custom-built Triforce shelves are awesome.
So he has 3 triangle shelves, and in the middle, there's a plaque or something of some sort. Maybe that's the Guinness Book designation, and he has a large collection.
Perhaps. He says that he only puts Zelda stuff on those shelves.
Okay. He has a pool table in his room, which is cool. There's a pool table there. Looks like really cool floors he has.
Looks like the guy's doing all right.
He's doing fine.
Right, yeah.
He's got some awesome sandals. He's got the traditional garb. I'm not familiar with the name, though. And he has his shelves. He has one shelf that's like of Wii games. He has his Nintendo shelf. He has all his box. For some reason, he has 4 of the re-release of the Wii, the red version that they re-released. They gutted the mini that is actually, I think
the mini is cool looking.
You can still go to Toys R Us, I think, find them.
Probably.
You know, so he has a bunch of those. And so he's got a Famicom in the picture. He has the Famicom version of Rob. Some Famicom. He has a Power Pad. It's a cool collection.
The big things he has that he likes are the M8 that he says, and what was the other thing? There was
what?
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
I don't know anyone who owns one of those.
Is that an M8 demo unit besides me? Who has that besides this individual? So Ahmed bin Fahad. So I'm not poo-pooing this guy's collection. I'm just going to say this. There are huge. We always say there are huge video game collections that either have known about that are bigger than this, or people don't know. For Guinness, a Guinness World Record just means that you called Guinness and they came out to see you and to verify it.
And they verified it against what they only know.
Exactly. It's not like Guinness is looking up, oh, wow, we know about this guy online who has a collection of 12,000 games over in Missouri or whatever. You know, it doesn't work that way.
South Carolina, actually.
What's that?
I know a guy who's got like 12,000 games in South Carolina. I think it's South Carolina.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Call up Guinness and have him come out to him.
Yeah.
I guess it comes down to, do you want a plaque? Now, that was the plaque in the middle of his Triforce. I wonder what was there before in the middle of that Triforce. I don't know. So, he obviously he's a huge Nintendo fan. He said Nintendo was actually popular in the 80s there, late 80s.
They said it was very well known. He said he just has a connection to it from youth, which a lot of people do. But I don't want to sound like a dick here. This is where Nintendo starts to get really fucking boring for me. Everyone has a connection to Nintendo. The origin story of why you collected all this stuff no longer means a fucking goddamn thing. Everyone loved Nintendo as a kid. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean you don't have a cool looking collection. Doesn't mean that those Triforce shelves aren't fucking awesome. And it doesn't mean like, that collection's cool, but like, the whole, I have a real attachment to Nintendo because that's what I played as a kid. Well, yeah, so did every fucking one else.
I'm just going to say this, though. This comes from someone that I don't know how many games I have. I speculated with the thousands. I don't know. I don't give a shit how many games anyone has.
No.
I don't give a shit if you have 10,000, 1,000. What do the games mean to you?
Right.
Do they have a special place in your heart? Why are you collecting?
Do you have cool stories behind how they were acquired? Did you just get them off of eBay?
Did you stumble upon, an M8? Well, I won't get to that story. I didn't stumble upon it, but I worked out a weird deal how I got it across the country. Anyway, it was a private deal. I care about the quality of your collection, too. I'm more impressed if you have some cool items I haven't heard of, and then you only have like a 500 versus you got 8,000 pieces, and they're all dog shit. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm not talking about him.
I'm not talking
about him when I say this. And I'm not going to mention what I'm talking about, but there's been plenty of stories about people with large video game collections, and there's absolutely fucking nothing interesting in them.
No, it's shit.
I don't care that you have 10,000 games if the majority of what you have is complete sets of sports games for every system.
If 4,000,
I'm unimpressed.
If 4,000 of those 10,000 are PS1 and PS2 sports titles, doesn't really matter to me that you have all those games, which is probably about 4,000 PS1 and PS2 sports titles. Yeah. It doesn't matter. So maybe should I count my games at one point? Should I do that? No.
I can't even get through counting my records. Good luck getting through counting your fucking games.
How many records do you think?
Probably only about $1,000.
About $1,000?
Probably about $1,000.
Should we call Guinness?
No.
Is that enough?
No, that's not nearly enough. I know people have 10,000.
Should I do something wacky and go for like the most copies of like Lee Trevino's Fighting Golf in the world?
I would say most copies of Danny Sullivan's Indie Heat would be the more obvious choice.
But that's gone up in value recently. I'm not sure why that has happened.
I have no idea.
Just a random game.
It wouldn't be a
that you just
certain
selected.
podcast.
No. We are kind of
I can't wait until I can call Guinness Book of World Records and have the largest Mahjong game collection in the world.
And they're going to be like, there's got to be some idiot somewhere around the world that has just as big a fascination as you do, or bigger.
Yeah, probably.
Work on getting that Nintendo, that NES one, then we'll talk at
Yeah.
that point. Then I'll be jealous of something in your collection at that point. All right.
Moving on.